All right, welcome back everybody. We are another day. Wrapped up the last video just yesterday actually. But today we got some parts arrived. So we have a new side panel here. Already has the sill welded onto it, so there's a seam. That will go right in that space and come up to, like I said, somewhere around that area, halfway through that first rib. It's got the nice seam in it. It has a little bit of a bevel edge here, or a flange. That's going to tuck in a bit behind this new panel, inside the center of that first rib, across the inside of that panel. So we're gonna get all that cleaned up so that this can get fit in place very soon. The other part that came, before we get too far away, is this part right here. This is a B-post repair piece. This is actually for the passenger side. They only had one in stock, so I bought this one. It'll fit in this way, but opposite, it fits right into that cavity. So it'll box in that, weld right up inside this B-post to make that all nice and solid again. So what I'm going to do, I already started tracing it out on here, 20 gauge, leaving these little bits on the ends here that I'm gonna bend in with the bender to get this shape for the inside of the inner rocker and make that all nice and tight, solid, and cut out the rest. Don't need it to be complete all the height. This one will actually get cut down to fit into the space, and then I'll be able to close up this B-post. A few little things to do on the inside edge of it, but that'll allow me to close up that front side, make everything nice and solid in here, and secure the B-post to the inner rocker. And then we'll close up the back side of it. There's a little bit of work to do there, a bit of rusted on the bottom, trim it clean, weld a new piece on there, and that will firm up that one. Once that's done, I'm going to move back here to the C-post. We'll use the curvature on the inside of this to create the new B-post that's gonna come down, and then go and weld to the front of the inner rocker back here. With that in place, C-post, B-post done, then this panel will be able to be welded in. This panel can be welded in, and we can button up this side. So that's the next few steps. But we're going to start with this guy. We're going to cut him out. We're going to get the bends on him, and we're going to start getting him already put in there, make it real nice and clean. Here we go. Allons-y. there we have it. Two pieces that on top of each other quite nicely. It could be a little bit smaller here. We'll tap that in. We'll drill these holes, and then we're gonna prep that B-post to weld this piece in. I can go over to see a buddy of mine and run this through a bead roller, put this bead on it. And like I said, both of these pieces are gonna cut down a little bit shorter, but there you have it. Quickly, you saw how long it takes to make a part. Pretty basic tools with it. Okay, welcome back everybody. Here we go again in the garage with Chaz. Kind of see it here. Going to get started working on this whole front corner and see if we can start closing up. So I'm just gonna spin you around. Okay. It'll be working in there. So you can see in there the B-post. It's gonna get you set up. You can see okay. Yeah, so in this area here, gonna start prepping the piece that we made the other day. It's a couple days later now, but we're going to get this piece squared away. Here it is. He'll fit kind of in there. I'm going to leave that clamped, and I'm going to clean up some things. Got to get cleaned off here because that part's part of the fender. So we're going to go right up to that. Gonna get this to fit in there, and like that. Then get our height. So I can just bend it like that. I know it's going to be close. Try and get the shape that we need. As much of the new part metal as I can to fit that in there. Just some trimming. Yeah, kind of like that. Okay. Gives me an idea where we are. Alright, I'm going to trim this up to get it to fit. I'll do a little time lapse of getting it fit in there. We're going to clean all this stuff out in here. Cut this off. Got some repairs to do the B-post itself from the back side. It's a pretty solid piece. It's kind of an angle iron shape, and then this is the closeout piece that's going to go on there. Then we're going to put this panel, well, weld these top hats in place, get everything buttoned up on that. Then this closeout panel go in, and that'll finish this section of the front wheel arch. Then we'll continue on repairing the C-post and do the side panel fitment, get the rear panel welded in, side panel welded in, and just kind of move on. But we'll be doing lots of those little things there. I'll carry on with this one and see how it goes. All right, I think it looks okay. Here we go. Alright, so got that little corner cut out now. Got a few things to clean up in here. Gonna take the little grinder to that, clean those things up, and we will these edges, clean those edges, this edge, and we'll be able to set this in place and probably tack it in. Here we go. All right, a little bit of an update. Working on this corner some more. Of course, I saw that I got that kind of closed in. Repair B-post, repair panels, a few things to trim and clean up. The next thing I want to work on is there's a hole here. Existed a while back. See, it was brazed up. So that's like repair from about 26, 27 years ago that a bit of patches were done. So I'm going to make a new piece that's going to go in here and kind of close this bottom section of the dog leg back down. And then from the inside of the bus, we're going to do a repair that kind of comes down on the inside of the B-post, attaches to this piece. We're going to do a repair on the inside of the bus for that. Close that back up. And then the last piece is going to go in here. It's going to do a small repair up in that corner too. That piece that's kind of coming down on top of the B-post or the top hat. That should kind of come down right in front of the top hat. So we're going to make a piece that's going to go in there and kick to the bottom. We'll weld that in as well. And then this last closeout panel will go in. And that should finish up this little kind of front corner. I'm liking it. Looking good so far. A few little things, wire brush cleanup. We're going to do some seam sealing on all the little edges. And give it a coat of primer and some paint. When I finish flaking everything away and stuff, of course. But it's looking all right. I'm pretty happy with it so far. Gotta stop using here we go, because I noticed there's another video guy that's doing that all the time in his shop, saying here we go each time. So I'm going to try and stop doing that. And I'm just going to say, okay, let's do it. That'll be my thing. Let's do it. All right, welcome back, everybody. It's another day, Saturday. I get to come out here and play during the day because I'm not working today, but I just wanted to quick little kind of touch on what's going on up here. So we put a new outrigger in, jacking points in, top hat from the center all the way out to the end here is new, inner rockers put in place, and this B-post closeout panel. Did another little patch up here that you already saw. So this piece is going to come down. We have a new closeout panel that's going to go from the top of this lip up into this area and be able to weld all in and close up this zone. The issue, or I see issues, that the panel that comes in here doesn't go all the way. It goes to about here. So this is going to be exposed. So what we're going to do is I'm going to cut this clean from the inside of the vehicle a little bit and go behind this panel where they're kind of joined together. Kind of dirty here, but see that? So it goes behind that piece. There's this lip here that goes right down to this edge. I'm gonna put a new piece of metal in here, come down to about halfway down this top rigger, or top hat. It can be anywhere on this surface. That metal piece comes down part way, this piece goes on top to it, and then the closeout panel. I'll bring it down as far as, I might bring it right down to the top and weld it on top here again just to give it a bit more material in that area. But this is an area that allows water and stuff to drain across the other side, drain down either side of this frame rail. And the last piece that closes this out will go on top. This little area, there's only one layer of metal there by design. I won't change it. It's obviously the way it was made, it'll be fine. Gonna make it some cardboard pieces to figure out what size and shape I need, and then we'll cut it out of steel and get that welded in. Let's do it. All right, so here's kind of what the piece will look like that I want to slide in there. It's gonna be in there like that. And I just need to be able to cut away a bit more of this tub. Now, technically I could clean that, weld it on, it would give me enough room, but if I clean this up, do a nice weld on that, it'll be cleaner, and I think just a little bit better. So we'll keep on working on that, and I'll put it on time lapse so you guys can see it quickly. Okay, so got the part made, got it fitting in there. It tucks in behind that other panel nicely, so I'll be able to put a couple spot welds on here, down in this area. I'm gonna get a spot weld, a couple down in these areas. I'll clamp it to hold it tight here, get a couple of spots onto the top hat here, and then I think I'm gonna go to the inside, or maybe try and get a couple of tacks up here, but I need to get that flush, and I'll try and put a weld across that. Be able to clean it up from the inside, maybe do another pass on the inside and make that nice and solid. And then we'll be able to put in the last closeout panel that fits in here. I'm gonna double check to make sure that that area up there is sorted out, because if I'm gonna have an issue up there, then I'm going to do the back side of that B-post before I put this last panel in. But let's do it. so we got this piece tacked in there for the most part. Got a little bit of weld to do down in this corner, and a couple of pinholes up here to deal with. 1, 2, 3 that I can see so far. I'm gonna plug those up, clean them up, weld that little section, weld this little section down here in the top hat, and then I should be able to clean these welds up and start prepping everything for the final panel. Really not too sure what to do with this B-post up here just yet, but yeah, anyway, I think we can get that squared away. There's definitely some work I have to do from the back side to clean things up, make this B-post solid right up to the bottom of the door, and then replace parts of the B-post on the inside just to get that integrity and strength in there. But she's coming along, and I almost said it. Let's do it. Okay, that's pretty much done. I got 2 little pinholes there to do, but it's all welded in, butts into the back of this panel here, coming down to here. And it gives me plenty of room in to put in the last panel that'll close this all in. Just got that B-post to do a little bit more exploring on before I completely close this up. All right, with that, yeah, so that's it for now. I'll keep at it, see how this other panel fits. Okay, so that's fitting the last closeout panel up in there. It goes up nice and high in the back arch. Weld all that up. It's got nice good metal to work with and fits in there nice and tight. So what I'll be doing next, I'm just going to be, I guess I'll clean the edges off the paint for welding. I'll tack this in place, and I'm going to go inside and start working on the B-post. But I think this should wrap up this week's work. I'll continue working, but I'll start putting things together for next week's video. So where we're at, got the B-post kind of closed up in the front. I'm going to tack that in place, and we're going to work on that rear fender, get it to fit a little bit better at the back, start working on getting this side piece in, and of course we're going to go on the back side of that B-post to make this front section as good as new or better. And we'll go from there. So probably be, yeah, that'll be, I'll wrap it up for this week for the video, and we'll keep doing some things this weekend, but putting on next week because this one's already long enough. Thanks very much, everybody. Appreciate you coming back and watching, seeing what we're up to. If you can do me a solid, smash that like button, leave a comment, say hi, anything is good, and share it for me. Get it out there, share it with people you know, post it on your Facebook pages or whatever you can. Share the content for me, get it spread as much as I can. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much, everybody. Cheers.